The White House has put out some confusing and contradictory statements since Abrego Garcia was deported to El Salvador by mistake. It's a lot to keep up with, so we wanted to bring in our senior reporter, Daniel Dale, with a fact check to help us understand what are the facts. So, Daniel, from the beginning, the White House has admitted in court filings that this man was sent to El Salvador by mistake. But listen to what one of the president's top aides, Stephen Miller, told Fox.
He was not mistakenly sent to El Salvador. A DOJ lawyer who has since been relieved of duty, a saboteur, a Democrat, put into a filing incorrectly that this was a mistaken removal. It was not. This was the right person sent to the right place.
So what are the facts here?
Pam, Mr. Miller's suggestion that some lefty saboteur at DOJ is the reason people are calling this deportation a mistake is just wrong. Various Trump administration officials have also called it a mistake. So here are the facts. Mr. Abrego Garcia was under a 2019 court order that said he could not be sent back to El Salvador because he had a credible fear of facing persecution from gang violence in that country. And then this year, of course, the Trump administration did send him back to El Salvador. Now, the particular career DOJ attorney Mr. Miller is calling a Democratic plant, who was quickly put on leave after he expressed frustration with the administration in court over the case, did say this deportation should not have happened, but he wasn't going rogue in saying that. ICE and DOJ officials have told the courts at least 3 other times that sending Mr. Abrego Garcia to El Salvador was an error. First, in March, acting ICE Field Office Director Robert Cerna told the court under penalty of perjury that it was a, quote, administrative error. Then this month, DOJ lawyers, including senior officials appointed by Trump, told an appeals court, quote, he was sent to that country due to an administrative error. And then days later, the Solicitor General John Sauer, the Trump-appointed lawyer who represents the administration at the Supreme Court, so a top lawyer, told the Supreme Court, quote, the United States concedes that removal to El Salvador was an administrative error. So Mr. Miller pinning the idea that this was an error on one sneaky Democratic plant at the Justice Department is nonsense.
All right, so the Supreme Court's ruling backed in part the previous district judge's order that requires the Trump administration to, quote, facilitate. There's a lot of emphasis on that word, the return of Abrego Garcia. But in the Oval Office yesterday, Miller made it sound like the White House came out on top in this ruling. Take a listen.
There's a 9-0
in our favor
against the district court ruling, saying that no district court has the power to compel the foreign policy function of the United States. As Pam said, the ruling solely stated that if this individual at El Salvador's sole discretion was sent back to our country, that we could deport him a second time.
All right, what are the facts here?
There are a bunch